Hello and welcome to National Vietnam War Veterans Day live from D.C. I'm Tosin Fakile. Today, 3 wreaths will be laid at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial to honor the thousands of veterans who paid the ultimate sacrifice to our country. That ceremony is about to begin.
545 service members and 28 civilians that are still missing and unaccounted for from that conflict. Today's ceremony will begin with an invocation, followed by remarks from our director and special guests. And for today's invocation, please let me introduce the regimental chaplain for the 3rd Infantry Regiment, Major Phil Pershing.
I invite you to join me in a spirit of prayer. Almighty God, I thank you for the opportunity we have this morning to gather in solemn remembrance and to give honor to whom honor is due. You alone see all the thoughts and intentions of our hearts, and you know that we bring many emotions with us today. We feel gratitude, Lord, and on behalf of those gathered, I thank you for the millions of U.S. service members who wore our nation's uniform during the Vietnam War era. Some of them with us today, many more cannot be with us here, but all are with us in spirit. Whether they deployed into combat, supported the effort from U.S. garrisons, or served elsewhere in the world, they represent those who answered the call of their nation. We thank you for their willingness to serve and sacrifice, for their families, and for the strength you have given them through it all. We also feel the weight of our sorrow today. Just a short distance from us stands the wall containing over 58,000 names. We honor the ultimate sacrifice made by each one and their loved ones who shared in the sacrifice and continue to grieve. We also remember and honor those missing and unaccounted for as a result of their service. Would you continue, O God, to bind up the brokenhearted and comfort those who mourn? Finally, Lord, we gather with the unmistakable sense of hope. In Vietnam and beyond, for nearly a quarter of a millennium, our nation's service members have selflessly advanced noble causes for a hopeful future. As the song reminds us, our veterans represent those who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. May we as a nation continue to live in light of this hope as we place our trust in you. I ask your blessings now on this ceremony in your holy name. Amen. Amen.
Mark, speak closer to the microphone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Major General Ed Crystal, the director of the Vietnam War Commemoration.
All right, hey, good morning, everybody. Can you hear me now? All right. I don't think I've ever gotten that much applause. So, all right. Hey, good morning. It's great to have you all here today. Thanks for making sure that you can hear us. It really is an honor to be here. It's also bittersweet knowing that this is, as a commemoration, the last time we will host this event at the National Vietnam War Veterans Day ceremony here at the Wall. We want to welcome our distinguished guests with us today, especially the Secretary of the Department of Veterans Affairs, the Honorable Doug Collins. Sir, thank you for making time out of your busy schedule to come here today. We also have the Principal Deputy Director of Defense POW MIA Accounting Agency, Mrs. Fern Sumter Winbush. Virginia Department of Veterans Affairs, Commissioner Chuck Zingler. Founder of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, Mr. Jan Scruggs. The National President of the Vietnam Veterans of America Organization, Mr. Jack McManus. Former VWC Director, retired Major General James Jackson. And I want to thank everybody who came out here today, including the Atlanta Vietnam Veterans Business Association, for coming out there. You weren't in here, but I had to throw you in. Thanks. So we're here today on behalf of a grateful nation to commemorate the National Vietnam War Veterans Day. We're here to pay tribute to the 58,281 names who were engraved on the Vietnam Veterans Memorial behind me, and also to solemnly honor their families. We pay tribute to the some 1,500 service members and families of those service members who are still unaccounted for. So thank you to the DPAA for all you continue to do to reunite those warriors with their families. Finally, we're here today to salute our Vietnam veterans, those still with us, those who have passed, and also to their family members, some who are with us today. We thank and honor today all who served and sacrificed during the Vietnam War. 8 years ago, during President Trump's first term, legislation was signed into law establishing the 29th of March in perpetuity as a national day for us to recognize our Vietnam veterans. That legislation is known as the Vietnam War Veterans Recognition Act of 2017. This law is an annual national day of observance to honor our Vietnam veterans for their service, valor, and their sacrifice. This day joins 6 other annual military-centric national holidays codified into law. March 29th was selected because on March 29th, 1973 was the day that the U.S. Military Assistance Command Vietnam was de-established. It was also the day the last U.S. combat troops departed Vietnam. Finally, it was the start of a 7-day period where Hanoi released the last prisoners of war. In our annual National Vietnam War Veterans Day ceremony here, there have been special wreaths and significance attributed to each one. This year we will have 3 wreaths. The first, titled National Vietnam War Veterans Day, is in dedication to this day and is situated at the center of the apex. The second, titled To Honor Our Nation's Warriors, is dedicated to all of our Vietnam veterans and is situated on the left. And the third, titled To Honor Our Warriors' Families, is dedicated to their families and is situated on the right of the apex. As we proceed with today's ceremony, let's remember that price that was paid, and let's continue to honor them now. And I also want to point out, we will have a small flower laying ceremony afterwards with our Gold Star family members who are here. Thank you for coming, and also our donut dollies who are here for the first time. So thank you for coming out today as well. So again, thank you all for coming out today. God bless you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Doug Collins, Secretary of the Department of Veterans Affairs.
Thank you for all who have came out today. This is a great day for the Vietnam veteran here. It's your day. It's a day of remembrance. It's a day of time. It's a day of when we come to make sure that a nation never forgets. We're standing at the feet of a memorial to Abraham Lincoln, the one who actually talked about giving the last full measure of devotion, and just a few steps away from those who gave that last full measure. So between Lincoln, who reminded us, and between the wall that is ever living, this is why we're here. This is why we remember this day. This is why we honor those who gave their life. For the over 1,600 who may be missing, but they're not forgotten, and we will never stop looking. And for the families who are grieving, the nation grieves with you. But you know, as we look forward, we also have to look back in honesty. And for many, the Vietnam veteran who sacrificed so much, they also taught us so much. Because when they came home in a time like this, you did not come home the way you should have. You did not come home to a nation that was thankful, but the nation has been reminded of that era. And as we look forward today, you taught us that we should never again let the politics of war interfere with our duty and our honor that we give to our veterans. We can do better, and we will not fail you again. It's also no secret that back in the 70s, the VA did not do what it should do. And one of my firm commitments as the Secretary of VA is to make sure that no veteran who has earned the benefit and the health and the benefits will ever have to go and be worried about not getting what they need from the VA. The VA is about our veterans. It's not about an organization. It's about the veteran that is served. And when you came back, you taught us things that we needed to hear. You taught us things and lived through things that are now being played out. Alan Perkle, a gentleman in Asheville that I met just the other day, who came through the Vietnam War, who came home to that problem and came home and then decided to get busy working. He worked in the VA, and now he's retired, but yet still taking care of Vietnam veterans in any way possible. That's the spirit that lives on. That's the spirit that drives me to get up every morning and go out and say, what can we do better? You see, we can open new clinics, which we are. We're going to make more of health care available in rural areas and give more choice to our veterans so that you get what you need. But really, it just comes back to an honest discussion. And the honest discussion is respect, it's honor, it is dignity. Today, as I went around and seen and spoke to many of you, I was reminded that I was born in 1966. For some of you, you're laughing because I'm still a child. But only in one that looks up with honor and respect with eyes of thankfulness to the Vietnam veteran. I had an uncle who was there, other members who were there. My uncle, till the day he passed, mourned his service dog that went into the field with him and was killed right in front of him. A few more steps and it would have been him. He remembered, and we remember. The first person I spoke to today and said I was born in 1966 said that was the year that my husband was killed. I grew up with the news reports. I grew up watching the names. I felt an attachment to this generation. And in a moment when we go down to that wall, there's nothing that I think symbolizes more what the Vietnam veteran has went through, continues to fight through, and the honor that lies ahead. The wall is a singular, silent moment that says these sacrifices shall not be forgotten. These sacrifices will not ever be demeaned or put down or let by anymore. All our veterans serve under the wonderful flag of the United States. And on this day, as I walk down to that wall, as I have many times, I am filled with emotion and gratitude toward a generation that did not ask, did not choose, but willingly sacrificed when its nation called and sent you to a land far away. You came home, maybe not to the welcome you had hoped, but I stand here with you today to say that welcome is still here. This country loves you. This VA loves you. This secretary will always fight for you. And all I have to say to you as we continue on is welcome home.
Ladies and gentlemen, as General Crystal mentioned earlier, today there are 3 wreaths presented at the wall. The first, the center wreath for National Vietnam War Veterans Day, will be laid by the Secretary, Department of Veterans Affairs, the Honorable Doug Collins, the Director of the United States of America Vietnam War Commemoration, Major General Ed Crystal, and the Principal Director, Deputy Director for the Defense POW MIA Accounting Agency, Mrs. Fern Sumter Winbush, and is a symbol commemorating the significance of this day. The second wreath, to its left, is to honor our nation's warriors, will be laid by the founder of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, Mr. Jan Scruggs, the National President of Vietnam Veterans of America organization, Mr. Jack McManus, and Ms. Amanda Robbins, the sister of Sergeant First Class John R. Robbins, who remains missing and unaccounted for. This wreath is to honor the Vietnam veterans, those still missing, those still with us, and those represented on the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, and those who have passed since the war. Finally, the last wreath to the right is to honor our warriors' families and will be laid by the Gold Star daughter of Lieutenant Commander James T. Ruffin, Ms. Wendy Ruffin Lowry, the Gold Star son of Staff Sergeant Thomas J. Barrett Jr., Dr. Thomas Barrett III, and Gold Star wife of Lieutenant Commander Barton S. Creed, Ms. Susan Creed Percy. All of these carry important and symbolic representations, and with this wreath laying, we honor the service, valor, and sacrifice of all our Vietnam veterans, and remember the deep loss and sacrifice by their families. Taps will be played once the wreaths are laid, and as a reminder, when taps is sounded, military members in uniform should render a salute, while veterans and non-military guests should place their hands over their heart. For all observers, we ask that respectful silence is maintained throughout the ceremony. Pictures may be taken during the ceremony, but again, please be respectful of those observing the ceremony in silence. After the formal wreath laying, please feel free to remain and quietly view the legacy, remembrance, and reflection ceremony represented by laying of flowers by the Atlanta Vietnam Veterans Business Association, America's Gold Star Mothers, Gold Star Wives of America, and the American Red Cross Donut Dollies, all of whom have sacrificed so much. At this time, would the Atlanta Vietnam Veterans Business Association please move to Mr. Kevin Winsing with the red flag? Kevin, he's right over here behind you. Got him? Okay. Next, will the American Gold Star mothers and American Gold Star wives move to Dr. Nicole Hayes? She's waving a white flag. Right over here. Thanks. And last, would the American Red Cross Donut Dollies move to Mr. Kamari Walker with the blue flag? Over this way as well. Everyone else, please feel free to move closer to the wall for a better viewing location. However, please avoid moving in front of any pre-positioned cameras, and thank you very, very much for coming today. Okay?
Awesome.
Hey, thanks, sir. Great seeing you again, as always. Good.
The secretary had good work. Nice.
That was really well done, yeah.
1966, oh my God.
He makes me feel old.
Yeah,
I'm older than
graduating
him.
from high school.
Did I tell you about a boat?
No.
I got a tri-tune.
What?
A 26-foot tri-tune. It's a pontoon boat.
possibly also reminded of two different commanders-in-chief at a time.
Yes, that's next. Yeah.
You're at 23. And I think, yeah, these are every.
Oh, it's one of those 12 teams, but that's where all yeah, but also it's where all the coaches go to, and so yeah, here they are. She gets letters and things already, but they can't talk to her because she's not old enough. So which is good. But they're carrying it.
Forward. Forward. Left. Left. Forward. Forward.
Hold here. Hold here. Hold it. All right. Gentlemen.
Well. Catch. Left. Hey. Present. Hold. Order. Hold. About. Hey. Left. Hey. Forward. Forward. Left. Left.
Order! Up!
It's a McCarty.
All right, we'll go by. Here's the wreath right here. Good to see you, sir.
So good to see you, man. Honored to see you. How's Mr. McKay?
Wonderful. He's trying. Oh. We're gonna take some pictures. I stopped to take a picture of this. Retake. So honored to meet you.
Oh, yeah, we'll sit down. We'll say W. 57 round. It's right where I was going to reach it. See? Yeah. Right. Oh, yes.
Thank you for watching National Vietnam War Veterans Day live from D.C. We want to say thank you to all the brave veterans who have served our country. We are forever grateful for your service and commitment. I'm Tosin Fakile.